Riverside Junction. Some witnesses have described seeing shoppers trying to tackle the man. Emma Cropper is a journalist who's at the scene.
Witnesses inside the mall, they say he wasn't targeting anyone specific. It was though he was attacking people at random. We've heard witness accounts and seen videos, one in which that stands out as a man trying to fend off this man inside the mall with the security, a pole to try and fend them off and protect people.
You manoeuvre, you signal before you manoeuvre, not while you're doing it or after it.
More than 100 people.
A bit of beaters, you're not going to go across now. Let's open the floodgates.
Well, yeah.
Let's up next to me, we've got a fella who's going, I want to throw a fire in a fast. Get a fast, you know what I mean?
I can't see it going that far.
But you got into the next round because they really enjoyed it and they said it was refreshing.
Yeah.
See a slants on the traditional English breakfast.
Yeah. Well, good on it.
Good on it. It made me weak. I was going to punch in the air. Peter Grant's coming up next after Roxette. It must be love.
And finally, a former miner from County Durham who went on to become Barcelona's third most successful manager ever has been inducted into the Football Hall of Fame.
What are you doing that for? Like a lot of suburban locations or cityscapes and things. It's all shot like a western, very much this way with They Live. If you look at The Thing, it's a western, the Antarctic essentially, isn't it? When you see the long rolling shots and everything. Yeah, really, really great director, and They Live is top tier for me as well, so give it a whirl. What's happening with Real Tours, guys? Yeah, we've got our next tour tomorrow morning, so if you want to come and see the film locations in Liverpool, we'll be starting at 11 AM. Just head over to Real Tours, that's realtours.co.uk. Give us a follow on all of the social media pages, and I'll be posting all of these.
God almighty.
The outside lane as well.
I do. People often ask me, that's when I
And I don't ever look at mother's heart.
Yeah, we kept our gaze down, didn't we, when our parents were speaking to us?
Because in my tradition, that's disrespectful. And I don't look at anybody.
The council's decided they'll decide who will buy it, not who bids the highest for it, so serves them rights. So they're not breaking law, I say power to their elbow.
Anyway, so you understand all that. So, but they're now catching up with us because it's a sign of respect to call.
They're driving really so slowly.
The only problem is that there are some miscreants walking around prepared to sort of say, I'm your uncle, I'm your aunt.
Bizarre.
Whereas
In this final hour, we hand over to Total Sport Merseyside. Salty Bullets from 6 o'clock. And don't forget the Europa League, Liverpool versus Atalanta. Kick-off at 8 o'clock, 95.8 and DAB for that.
It truly is. So there's a scene where he's walking down one of the main high streets in the city where he lives, and as he sees all of the advertising billboards...
No, stay in that lane, mate. You're going to come out.
What is truly behind the advertisements and what the companies are really wanting to say, but they have to read up with all of their, liberal messages and things. And it's one that really gets you thinking, but it's a horror as well. Seeing the true people of these adverts, he sees the people who are creating them as well. And let's just say they are from another world. Things start spiraling out of control, and it's basically him against all of these men in suits. And it's got some real scary moments in there, but again, the soundtrack's great. So you've got Roddy Piper, Roddy Piper from WWW, whatever it was back in the day. Again, it's fantastic. There's a scene where he starts wrestling with some people, and it's so over the top.
Red light, you idiot. Red light!
Prat.
That he could do the job at 60-70%, but then he feels like he's not doing it his way. He's not being himself, he can't be his best version of himself. And so I think what you saw with Dortmund as well was that when he felt that he couldn't do the 100% thing, he couldn't do anything at all. And that's a very sort of absolute way of going about that decision. But
he's a massive supporter, the WSL. He's a big Chelsea fan, but we'll let him off for that because he brings sweets, and that's how we work. So yeah, Chris, we will be very soon to talk much more about tonight's game.